Joe Biden. So it's reported by, I think it was The Hill, that Joe Biden is going to have a meeting with Joe Manchin. And Joe Manchin is, of course, all of our enemies, but he is a key Democrat that has to vote for every single bill that Joe Biden passes. That Joe Biden needs to pass. Joe Biden would pass his own agenda, I would hope. But he has to vote for every bill. He's a key vote in order for anything to pass. And the first thing that I'll say is, there's a couple things. The first thing I'll say is, number one, this is exactly why when I say run on Medicare for all, run on free housing or government issued housing. Oh my God, housing, right-wingers and some centrists. When I say run on free college, run on forgiving student debt, run on going after the predatory payday lenders, the loan sharks, run on that. This is why, because if Joe Biden had like 60 Democrats in there, right, like Obama did, well, guess what? Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema could drop out, and it would be like, who cares? We've got 58 Democrats. And let's give him this. Let's say that John Tester and Angus King drop out. Okay, fine. They're the most conservative. All those four, right? 5, whatever. Okay, fine. We got 56 people. Now, let's not go any lower. But I wouldn't care about Joe Manchin. Right? So, the next thing I'll say, I'm trying not to laugh. The next thing I'll say is, this is going to show what Joe Biden is made of. Here's where Joe Biden's going to show us if he's made of anything and what he is. Because he claims to be this man who, I know how to play politics. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Okay, Joe? Well, it's your time now. You're going to have a meeting with Joe Manchin. And there's two ways this is going to go, and here's the most likely scenario. Number one, the most likely scenario is they're going to meet, because here's the thing. Joe Biden wants to do a tax hike from 21% to 28%. It was much higher under Obama at 35%, but, we got to get what we can get with Joe Biden. He's a fucking Republican. I wasn't going to curse, but you know what? Whatever. He wants it there. Joe Manchin wants it at 25%. Because he's helping his corporate donors. He doesn't want them to get paid to pay that many taxes, because all that money goes to him, because they're his donors. They fill his pockets. So the first way it's most likely going to go, this is the most likely scenario, is they're going to meet halfway, and they're going to take an already watered down, weak, meek, terrible, crappy ass bill, and they're going to make it even more weak, more meek, and more watered down. It's going to be even worse, right? And Joe Manchin is going to go, oh my God, I care about the Republicans, Mr. President. I really do. I know, Jack. So do I. And they're not going to get a single vote. Not going to get a single vote from a single Republican. Number two, right? So that's the most likely scenario. Number two, and this is where Joe Biden's going to really show if he can take the gloves off. This is where Joe Biden's going to show if he really knows how to play government and play politics. He's going to say, okay, man. What do you want? He's going to go with the carrot or stick approach. I can either be your best friend or I can be your enemy. Which one do you want? You're going to vote for my bill, and I'm going to give you all my bills, all my plans, all my proposals you're going to vote for, and I'm going to give you all the Democratic dollars, and I'm going to do everything I can to get you reelected. Right? I'm going to give you the Democratic dollars. I'm going to get President Obama to go talk. Oh, shit, right? Because he has a high approval rating. I'm going to go talk for you. President Obama's going to go talk for you. I'm going to give you an all-new staff. I'm going to give you White House money. I'm going to give you, well, they can't really do it, but I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. You know what? I'll even put in provisions for West Virginia. What do you want? I'll headquarter a manufacturing plant in West Virginia to get you so many jobs. I'll put more money and more resources in West Virginia for you. I'll even do a tax loophole for your donors. Right? Because, that's who he is. So you do all that, Joe. I'll give you all that and more. I'll make sure to get behind you and I'll fend off all the primary opponents against you. If you cross me, Joe, I'll be your worst enemy. And remember, you don't want to go against me. I have a higher approval rating than you. I don't know if you realize, but I'm really popular at 60% or something like that. You don't really want to fight. You don't really want to F with me. So if you cross me and you don't vote for my proposals, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all your Democratic dollars away. I'm going to tell all the donors to forget you and say F you. I'm going to fund a primary opponent against you. I'm going to make sure you don't get reelected, and I'm going to make sure your career's over, son. So what? What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? Are you going to vote for my crap? Or are you going to pack your bags? Because I'm not afraid to do this. And so Joe Manchin is going to have a little bit of thinking to do if Joe Biden goes that way. Because that will show us that Joe Biden is a great politics guy. That's where he can show us. That's where he will show us, hey, I can do this and I will do this. That's when he'll do it. If he doesn't do that, then it's just going to be that watered down, weak, meek ass little thing. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I think it's going to be number 1. I pray and I knock on wood that it's going to be number 2. I really do. So there you go.